So what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Robert. This is your first time tuning in. So in today's video, we're going to continue on the series of unconventional side hustles. Again, this is sparked by a lot of people just struggling to make ends meet. People are trying to find ways to make more money, to feed their families, to provide Christmas gifts coming up now. So this video is sponsored by Geodomes of South Texas. It is a glamping site, my business, sponsoring my YouTube channel. Links down below to check everything out. But without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and get into it. So as you can kind of tell from the thumbnail, it's going to involve a tractor. So what are you going to do with the tractor? How are you going to make money? How much money are you going to make? And how do you get this started? How do you get this done? So we're going to go ahead and get into it, answer all those questions. So living out in a rural area, you have to get creative about how you're going to make this money. How are you going to make a side hustle? You know, I live about an hour away from any kind of major metropolitan area. Most of the land around me is all rural land. There's not a lot of businesses or other things that you would have available in a city. So you have to get a little more creative whenever you are in the country trying to make extra money, trying to do a side hustle. So that's the reason we're doing the whole unconventional side hustles, because you have to be creative out here. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. So tractor, what are you going to do with the tractor? So first thing is, you're going to start mowing grass. What are you going to do? You're not going to mow a residential lawn with a tractor. That's overkill, right? So I guess let's take a step back. How are we going to get the tractor? Well, there's different ways to get a tractor. You can finance them. You can buy them outright cash. You can, those are pretty much the only two ways, actually. Outright cash or finance them. You can do it through a business, through an LLC, through a business loan, or you can do it through your own name, or you can pay cash for it, whatever you choose to do. How much do they cost? How much do they run? It depends on the size of the tractor you get. You can get a smaller tractor that will sometimes come with a trailer. Usually about $300, $400 a month for a smaller tractor, and it depends on the brand you get as well. If you get like a John Deere or a a Mahindra, they may cost a little bit more. If you get a more unknown brand, they might be a little cheaper, a little less, because they don't have as much demand for their product. But you can expect to pay at least $300 per month. Sometimes I've seen them for as low as like $250, $225. Sometimes they're on some specials. And $225 a month, you're gonna make more than that a month to cover the expense of purchasing a tractor. Now, if you already have a tractor, then you're in the right video. This is definitely right up your alley. If you already have a tractor and now you're just trying to make extra money, well, here we go. So you're gonna need a trailer, you're gonna need a truck, and you're gonna need a tractor with a shredder, at least, to get started with this. The shredder usually is combined with it in some of those deals. If not, then you're gonna have to opt in to purchase a shredder on top of purchasing a tractor. Now again, I know this appeals more to like rural people looking to do a side hustle, but if you live in the city and you just want to make some bigger money in bigger chunks, this is also a good video for you, because if you're willing to and you want to make those bigger dollar amounts in a bigger chunk, and you're willing to drive out there and do this, hey, more power to you. But yeah, those things are what you're going to need. Like I said, they range usually between $225 on up, depending on how fancy you want to get and the brand you get. Now there is other work that you can do with a tractor. If you get a bucket on the tractor, if you get a post hole digger, if you get, you can get all kinds of attachments. A backhoe, there's different types of attachments you can get on your tractor to grow your side hustle. And most of these things can be done on the weekends. They can be done on Friday. They won't take an extremely long period of time. So what are you going to do with the tractor? You're going to go and mow small ranchettes or small hay fields. You're going to basically help out the farmers, help out the ranchers, help out the small ranchette owners. What is a ranchette? A ranchette is usually a 10, 20 acre plot of land where people live on. We call it a ranchette here in Texas. So that's what you're going to be doing. Maybe the person's tractor broke down, so they need somebody to mow their grass. Maybe they don't have a tractor and they just pay somebody on a monthly basis, weekly basis to come out here and take care of the grass. Again, if you can get that reoccurring revenue source, this is going to be great for you. you're gonna have a consistent, steady flow of income every single month. And it adds more security for you and for your family. Now, it doesn't take as long as you think. And the reason why is because, okay, most people would say 10, 20 acres is a lot of grass to cut. Yeah, it is. But you have to remember you're using a shredder. There's different types of shredders you can use. You can use like a 3-wing shredder. Those are really, really huge. You're gonna need a bigger tractor to pull that. Or you can use a 5-foot, 4-foot, or 6-foot shredder. You can get away with a smaller tractor. Depending on what kind of tractor you have or what kind of tractor you buy will determine what type of shredder you're gonna use. And again, with the bigger the shredder, the faster the mowing's gonna go. The more money you can make, because now you can do bigger acreages, bigger plots of land, and that's not gonna take you as long as you may think. Shredding, for me personally, does not take very long. It goes very, very quickly. I do run it kind of fast, but using a 5-foot shredder goes very, very quickly. And that's for 20 acres, so it's not too bad. So how much can I expect to make for, say, an acre of land, 5 acres of land? For 1 acre, you can expect to make about $150 to $200 to do an acre. Now you want to look towards some of the bigger properties. I would start at around 5 acres. It just makes it more worth it. And again, depending on your location to the property. For 5 acres, usually it goes for, on the very, very low end, about $450. Mid-range is about $500 to $550. Higher range is about $650. So you can expect to make about $500 for 5 acres. Now, a lot of people in my area particularly pay about $600 for 5 acres. So, and it goes very, very quickly. Assuming there's no trees and it's just bare land with grass, it goes very quickly. How long does it take? Depends on how fast you drive the tractor. Depends on how tall the grass is. Depends on what type of shredder you're using, type of tractor. Again, your speed. Usually less than 2 hours to do 5 acres. Again, depending on how fast you're going, size of your shredder, all of that stuff. But it goes very, very quickly. Now, if you get a bigger shredder, you can probably get it done in an hour or less. So, yeah, it goes very, very quickly for the amount of money you're going to make. So, let's just say you get a decent sized shredder, decent sized tractor. You cut 5 acres, you make $600. Where are you going to make, $600 for an hour, maybe an hour and a half to kind of prep a little bit? Where are you going to make $600 an hour as a side hustle? In my opinion, this is a little bit more lucrative. It's a little harder to find the landowners who are willing to give you a shot to cut their lawn. But if you get customers, you get clients, and you're like, hey, I'm cutting Susie Joe's lawn down the road. You mind if I give yours a shot? You start building a reputation. This is way easier, way simpler than doing residential lawns for a lot more money and probably a lot less time as well, a lot less driving. You're not having to drive from residential home to residential home. You're not dealing with multiple personalities. You're dealing with usually one rancher or one homeowner and maybe a couple more if you want to add on a little bit more. And again, this is usually done maybe every 2 weeks, maybe once a month. It just varies and depends on the specific owner of the land, how they want to maintain the property. But yeah, if you want a good side hustle with some good income, and generally if you do one, let's just say they want to come out, they just want you to come out there once a month. You get a couple properties, 4 properties, 1 a week. What's that? 6, 6, and 6, and 6, 12, $2,400 a month. $2,400 a month, working maybe, let's just say less than 10 hours a week, 10 hours a month. It's not a bad side hustle. 10 hours for $2,400 a month, I take that. So, hope you got some value out of this. Hope it was helpful. Hope it inspired somebody to get out there and do a side hustle, make a little extra cash, invest it properly, and yeah, again, not financial advice, just trying to give out some good side hustle ideas. Without further ado, guys, appreciate you guys watching. Till next time, be careful, be good, take care, and God bless. See you guys later. Bye-bye.